Hi there, I'm Veronique, and today I want to present you something very special I took out of this cookery book by Helma Danner. A savoury gateau, an eye-catcher on every buffet. It's just the thing you can bring along when you are asked for a contribution to a festivity. This gateau doesn't only offer our bodies many valuable nutrients, but it's also very original and a real pleasure for our eyes and our sense of taste. And the fact that there are so many ways to garnish it makes sure that one never becomes bored of this remarkable recipe. Even though this gateau is a little more challenging to prepare than everything we did before, you will soon realize that with the right amount of organization, one can nevertheless master it. And when you see it in pride of place on a buffet, you will know in the end that your work was really worth it. So let's get started. The first step is the preparation of our cake base, which in fact consists of a normal bread dough. The ingredients for this are 600 grams of whole wheat flour, 125 milliliters of lukewarm water, 30 grams of yeast, at least 250 milliliters of lukewarm water, 2 teaspoons of salt. First, we give the whole wheat flour into a bowl. And make a crater in the middle. Then we give 125 milliliters of water and the yeast into this deepening. Work a little flour into it until we get a rather liquid mesh. And let this rest under a clean tea towel for about 15 minutes. When it starts to bubble, you can add another quarter of a liter of water and the salt. Then we knead all this very well. And let it rise for 30 to 45 minutes. As soon as the dough volume has doubled in size, we knead the dough one more time. After that, we have to grease and flour a springform pan of a diameter of 26 centimeters. Then we form the dough to a ball and roll it out to the size of our springform. We put the dough into the cake tin. And let it rest another 15 minutes. Now our cake base has to bake for 30 to 40 minutes at a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius or about 390 degrees Fahrenheit using the second oven rail from the bottom. As soon as our oven tells us that the baking time is over, we get the springform pan out, put the cake base onto a cooling rack and let it cool off. During this time, we prepare the two different fillings. Here is the list of ingredients we will need. Filling 1, herb butter, 150 grams of butter, 3 teaspoons of blue fenugreek, 1 clove of garlic, 1 small onion, half a teaspoon of herbal salt, 3 tablespoons of fresh garden herbs or wild herbs. Filling 2, cheese cream, 200 grams of Roquefort, 75 grams of butter, 1 small onion, 4 tablespoons of sour cream. For the first filling, we give the butter into a bowl and beat it until creamy. Then we add the blue fenugreek, crush the clove of garlic and the onion with the aid of a garlic press, add this also to the butter. Along with the herbal salt, and the finely chopped herbs. Unfortunately, it's winter now and I don't have any fresh herbs, so I will simply replace them with a bit of dried chives, parsley and lovage. Then we beat all this again. Put the bowl with our first filling aside and prepare the second one. You give the butter and the cheese, which you should have taken out of the refrigerator some time ago, so that they will be quite creamy by now, into a bowl. By the way, since my family and I don't like the strong taste of Roquefort, I take blue cheese, which tastes milder. Then we add the crushed or finely cubed onion, and the sour cream. After that, we take our hand mixer again and beat all this. In the meantime, our cake base has cooled off and we can continue our work. First, we cut the base through twice horizontally to get 3 layers. Then we spread the herb butter onto the first layer and the cheese cream onto the second and put them back together again. Now it's time for the garnishment. For this step we will need 125 grams of creamy butter, 100 grams of layered cheese, 3 tablespoons of sieved tomatoes seasoned with salt, pepper and spicy paprika. Tips for the decoration: radishes, gherkins, hard-boiled eggs, chives, pumpernickel, tomato paste, olives. In a bowl, we mix the butter with the layered cheese and the seasoned sieved tomatoes and cover the framework of our gateau completely with it. Now the time has come to be creative. For my part, I will decorate the gateau with chives, pumpernickels, hard-boiled eggs, carrot roses, radishes and tomato paste. The radishes look more filigreed when you make several insertions and put them in a bit of water for some time until they start to blossom. finished! Now our savory gateau only has to be put in a cool place for some hours to intensify its taste, and we finally will be able to enjoy it. I hope you liked this video. If so, please let me know by pressing the like and the subscribe button. Bye bye!